And we are live. Ho, ho, hello. Boom. I've got a treat for you. I'm live. I promised this over on my channel, TheRatHole DOTCA, and I did this last week as well. I'm going to open Adventure Calendar number 10, Winter Wonderland. Day number, what am I at? Day number 12. So I am a little bit behind on my days. There we go. So, but here we go. So here's our day number 12. We'll just pop that in. And let's see what the die is today. It is a D6. It's the polar bear. D6 polar bear. I got blur on and it's not liking me. There we go. So that's the 6 is the bear face. These are a little bit larger than your average D6s, but that gives a nice heft. So I'll be back shortly to open day number 13. But before that, we've got a great show for you as we talk about the best Doctor Who Christmas episode. Dun, dun, dun.
Do you hear me? I'm not afraid anymore.
Hello there, everyone. I'm Ashley Eckstein. Most of you may know me as the voice of Ahsoka Tano and also the founder of her universe. And this is the legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
Jingle bells, the master smells. Yeah, whatever. Hello, everybody. We are live, and I'm going to get rid of that thing. Hello. I really have terrible light in here for a virtual background. I'm sorry about that, but it's better than the actual background because I'm kind of shoved in a closet today. Anywho, are you ready? I said, are you ready for some Christmas? Hello, Whovians. Happy holidays. Tonight we decide what the best Doctor Who Christmas episode is, and you get to help us decide. That's what the banner says, because that's what Christian says the banner says. Speaking of Christian, why don't we bring him in?
There we go.
Talking about him, and that makes it what's called a segue.
There you go.
I know that's a concept you're totally familiar with,
or Sugay, or whatever they call it now. They would yeah, my computer and office room are now package central, so everything's happening in here. I don't even have like room and space, so it's just the TARDIS is all clustered on this desk here with a candle. So that's what's going on today. And Jim, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate you guys coming on and checking us out every week, and checking out the shorts and just subscribing to us. So yeah, we're hoping to have you some good episodes. We're going to have a great episode next week as well. So thank you, Jim. And everybody says hello, Dave. There we go. Happy holidays.
Well, everyone's saying hello. Let's bring back someone we haven't seen in a while. Well, we saw him recently, but we haven't seen too much recently. Mr. Nick Smith. Hello, sir.
Well, hi. Hello there. I've just been reading a Doctor Who annual because nothing says Christmas for me like a Doctor Who annual. What a great...
It's almost religious, isn't it?
Yeah. Exciting up here in New York and down in Florida too. I have to tell you, I have a short film screening in Northwest Florida tomorrow. Ask Astrid, about a digital personal assistant who helps to solve crimes while becoming human. So they're going to show it at Stinky's Fish Camp, of all places, with a bunch of other local films. So that's what I've been looking forward to. And then more movies as we get closer to Christmas.
Awesome. You're having way too much fun out there in the real world.
So much fun. But I missed you guys. So
We miss you
back.
too.
Glad you're back. Hey, brother.
Thank you.
And speaking of people we haven't really seen all that much recently, hello, Mr. Candyman.
Hello, bah humbug.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I've been like here, there, and everywhere, just trying to get things ready for Christmas. But yeah, it's all good, and I'm glad to do this show because it'll be interesting. I've got a indifferent episode for you guys, so let's see what's going on. Who else have we got on the show?
Who else do we have? Why, we've got Michelle. Hey,
Hello.
Michelle. How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. We just got done with my Christmas open house at my work. So as soon as that gets done, it's like, okay, now my holidays can start.
That's what you think. And something else will come up, I'm sure.
Yeah. Mhm.
What was that about winter beer? I missed that comment. That sounded delicious.
Yeah, I'm ready here. I'm ready. I'm here, and I have a winter beer. That's right. We promote getting our audience fishnockered during our show.
So much better.
Just
that
tap
way.
on the eggnog and let's have some fun, shall we?
Isn't
I
that
did
typical
not
British?
bring my eggnog stout with me to
Yes.
Calgary.
Isn't that like traditional British Christmas? Is you get schnockered?
Yes.
All year
I think
round.
You're not the one who's
All
supposed to
year
answer that. And it's the other two.
Drink responsibility and drink when you're over the age of limit, depending on which country you live.
Of course.
I haven't presented a challenge. I have to know who Sarah S. is. And I've heard of the name before. I think it's been a while, Sarah, since you've been on, but yeah,
Ages.
do tell me. Yeah, it's been ages. There you go, just chilling to try to find a way to get into Doctor Who. No one has succeeded yet. Yeah, we're gonna work on it. We're working on it today because we're doing some holiday stuff.
Exactly. We got one more person who's going to help us try and convince Sarah S. And that's Gadget.
Hi, guys.
Ah. You're
Hey,
blinking.
everybody. Yeah, no, they actually do that. They do, yeah.
It's called Gadgets.
But they have a sort of theme tonight, though.
It's true.
Just in case we
Well,
lose Gadget in the dark.
It's easier to find. I mean, Rudolph was a misfit too. Everything.
I mean, and really though, Christian, I think we're going to lose you in the dark more than anyone. You know, like you got your little candle there. But that's about it.
I like these
the
stories
lamp
by
is just-
candlelight.
It's
There.
got a little candle.
There we go. The lamp is blocked by all of the Christmas goodness you're encountering.
Exactly.
He's the best Santa Claus.
Candyman, I thought you were dressed for Christmas, and then I read what was on your hat.
He is dressed for Christmas. Just for people who may not be familiar with the Mark, what is humbug? Oh, well,
Right.
well, that ended pretty quick.
Oh no, I don't know what's worse.
We had a bad season this year, so I'm not going to talk about the Bears. But yeah, bah humbug. Actually, I've got absolutely no idea on the word humbug where we were relating that. I do know humbug is the candy, and it's a mint candy.
It is a candy. Okay.
Yeah.
Humbug is a 19th century name for nonsense.
But there's also a candy called humbug mints.
Yeah, but it's a nonsense. So he fits in with Scrooge being against nonsense, against the frivolity of the season. He would see that in the beginning of the novel as something that he disapproved of.
It's all humbug.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would that mean that the candy called humbug is just full of nonsense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's like like in the United States we call bokum. You know, this idea of it's just frivolity, it's nonsense, it's ridiculous.
Baloney.
Baloney.
Yes. No, so Tom had a comment there. This is an episode for Dave to work on. We're working on maybe an after dark concept to talk about some cool beers and stuff. But I'm the one who drinks more of the beers than some of it the geek people's.
We can help you with that.
Oh, definitely. We'll have a conversation when we figure that all out. Definitely. And I've got Mark. I got to remember. I've got plans for when I come visit you next.
Yeah.
We'll talk after. Anywho, so yes. Oh, here's some.
Well, we got a
humbug conversation down there from Roger.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me jump this in. And Lori Place, I think this is the first time we've seen you, but just in case, I have my brains fried right now. I started Doctor Who during the 50th anniversary to honor my 30-year-old niece who passed after delivering our condolences there. I'm sorry, a sweet baby boy. I got hooked, so is her last gift to me. Wow, that's yeah.
That's the story.
And no. Shut
up. You know what I mean. That's a touching story. Not
does that ring a bell? Called you choir boy while I was the dark mistress only. Yeah, well, you know, we'll keep that private. Anyway,
that kind of Christmas.
Ooh,
it is that
right.
Yeah, we don't. There's mistletoe. It's secrets under the mistletoe.
Yes. And Roger, it's funny. Most Mark Robinson, Candyman mentioned Bahum. It's a hint of my favorite Doctor Who Xmas special involving flying fishes. Hint, hint.
I wonder what the total's going to be. Who's going to win?
Yeah,
right.
I'm kind of curious. We'll have to keep track of that. Does anyone want to volunteer to keep track of that in the comments? Kristen, are you going to do that? Do we want someone else to keep an eye on that?
Gadget, if you can do that, because my
I'll look on
too
both.
Dark for you, Christian. So
it's nice, but it's just I can't move. if I could.
Now that's how Santa feels every day, right?
Okay, I'm going to show you. Okay, I'll just show you what's going on out here. I'm just like little stuck out there. But over here, if you saw the space out here, that's what's. Oh God, what's going on with the camera now? This. Oh my God! Okay, there we go.
Oh, you never look better.
You never look better. It's just like when I see I take my contacts off.
Yep.
That's the best way to describe it.
I believe this is the lovely Sarah. I haven't talked to that. It's been ages. Mr. Scrooge's Christmas Humbug.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the candy?
Yep, that's the candy.
It does not look like he wants to share them.
Well, it doesn't exactly look like something I would ask to be shared with.
What color was that? I couldn't even see it. What is that? Was like licorice or something?
It's black and white. It's mint.
Black and white stripes, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
You know what?
Okay.
I'm going to be quiet for a couple of moments.
It's one of those hard. It's those hard.
You brought it up for the internet to share, didn't you, pal?
Mark, that's one of those hard pull candies, right? That they used to make where they pour the sugar and pull it to make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's hard
candy. I love watching when they make those candies.
My olfactory memories are kicking in. I can smell it.
Well, what flavor mint is it? Is it like a spearmint, peppermint?
More peppermint, I reckon.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't you guys have humbugs over there? I mean, like the candy humbug.
No.
We are Americans. We are primarily chocolate based. So.
Yeah, but we already discovered.
Not all y'all are. We also don't have them.
They have a recipe online.
Yeah, making your own candy is more effort than I'm willing to put in.
Yeah.
All right, well,
someone made them green.
Yes, let's get the show started.
Someone made them green.
That's
the Grinch. Yeah, that's the Grinch candy. No, that's green.
Oh, Sarah, we will make you a Uvian by the end of this day. We will
I
make
hope.
No, there's no hoping. We're gonna make Sarah Uvian. I think
Here's
Dan
my
and
plan.
I know who Sarah is. Sarah.
Michelle, I was just going to ask you, how did you go when you said you did is it the museum that you did the holiday thing for?
Yes,
or
the
is it
Washington House. That's correct. Yeah, we had a free holiday open house.
You have to bring pictures. I want to see how they came
I
out.
will. We had reenactors come in and they had kids. Oh my god, those kids were adorable. There was one we were all contemplating just keeping permanently because he was just so cute.
Oh,
We had gingerbread and he come up and he said to my mom, "Can I have another slice of ginger, please?"
Oh,
so we need more stuff like that to cheer everybody up this holiday season.
Exactly. So here's my plan. Since I just opened my advent calendar and got a D6, I might as well start that with with rolling this sucker
Okay.
to decide who's going to determine things first. For those just joining us, I've been opening Black Oak Workshop's Adventure Calendar number 10, Winter Wonderland, on my channel, and I'm a little behind, so I opened one to open the show, and I'll open another one just before we leave.
Okay.
But for now, I've got this D6 with a little polar bear on it for the number 6. And what I'm going to do is I will be number 6, and Christian will be number 1, and we'll just kind of go, and depending on who I roll, and it is a 3. So that goes Christian, Nick, Candyman. So Candyman, you're going to go first. What was your pick for best
Our British friend right there.
episode?
Okay, I'm just getting my Christmas setting on. 2 seconds. Okay, so my pick is probably not a Christmas. Well, it came out at Christmas time.
That's all right.
But I wouldn't.
Looks like you're going to get abused by something. Getting pelted.
Christmas episode. It's a 2-parter, and I chose The End of Time, which is a fabulous story. Without trying to spoil it, because I know Sarah S is like wants to get into Doctor Who, so I'm not going to spoil it completely. But it's one of the last episodes of the 10th Doctor, per se, and we got my favourite, Bernard Cribbins, who's absolutely amazing in it. I think this is a like main story about him and his like life, and we also receive the return of the Doctor's rival, the Master, back again as a lovely John Sim. He is awesome in this because he's literally gone like deranged in this episode. And there's one thing which is really interesting. Until today, we still do not know who she was. I don't know if you got a picture of her. No one actually knows.
Are you talking about the woman at the end?
The woman, yeah, at the beginning, at the end.
The older woman.
The older woman.
The one who picked up the ring.
No, not her.
Oh.
The one who was standing by the Rassilon.
His mother?
Oh.
Is she?
They said in an interview with his mother.
No,
that's what RTD says, and just like we really, it leaves it open to interpretation because Susan is his granddaughter. Well, what does that mean in Gallifreyan? How's that connection work out? Do they reproduce or what? And that's supposed to be, and also she's called a weeping angel, with the person who Rassilon's covering on the other side. They have their hands down. So I'm like, that's the only time we kind of see this device in the show, which is really like, it's cool, but it's just weird.
She could be the mum of Rassilon.
Could be the mother of Rassilon, could be the mother of the Doctor, could be Romana, it could be a weeping angel, it could be Susan. We do not know.
So you're saying the weeping angels are old Time Lords?
Possible. The agents of, we definitely know they're agents of the Time Lords.
Yeah, that was one idea that people were thinking, because they actually called Rassilon calls them the Weeping Angels. I'm like, okay, so what does that mean? So that's always been something that's come up.
Because they were in the basement.
Yep. Or the cloisters. Are the Weeping Angels the cloisters? It's one of these intriguing mysteries that we do not know until today. So many years later, we still haven't got an answer who she actually is. I quite like that. The episode is fast action. It's done in 2 parts. And it's a very, very good. Yeah, it has a little bit of Christmas in it. Both got Christmas trees and we've got a Christmas setting on it, but it's not like overly Christmas. episode, which is what I like about this one, because it just stands alone as a good episode. I think maybe they sort of like put it into like 4 separate blocks. It could have worked as a 4-parter, but even they've only done it 2-part, it's very good. And it's very good, and it's so sad at the end as well, especially when the Doctor's talking to Wilfred about the time in the wars, and also not 4 times, and why he does it, and it's just like he doesn't want to go, and that's really good. So
I'm just gonna show this. So Sarah, I hope it doesn't tell you too much, but that's all we're gonna tell you.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, but this is a very, very good episode, and it answers a question. One thing I did when I rewatched it earlier on, one thing I did notice, it has a fan go past it and it said Sparrow Lane on one of the fans, which was a quite nice little Easter egg for the Weeping Angels.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you only see it for 2 seconds. It was just an advertising saying Sparrow Lane on this fan as it drives past in the first part. So yeah, I will probably give it a solid, probably 9 out of 10. And I don't normally rate Doctor Who episodes that high.
Okay.
Story.
Finish the stand as the Weeping Angels of old. Yeah, then. And Lori Play says, Weeping Angels are the scariest Who villains in my book. Oh, okay.
And we definitely have that episode. So I mean, you can come in if that's your what you want out of Doctor Who. We've talked about our scary monsters a few times over the years. So just look at at the YouTube channel.
Like and subscribe, right?
Subscribe and share.
But
exactly.
Where is it?
Like, subscribe, and share.
I can't believe it. There we go. Thank you. Right now, go ahead and like, subscribe, share in the comments. And we hit another milestone yesterday, so I'll announce that.
No, you know what? Do it now, because we don't have time to do another person before the commercials. So give us that announcement either now or after the commercials, and then we'll go to the commercials.
Hold on a second.
Of course, he's not ready, so I've thrown him a
shut up. I gotta get it off. Well, I wanted to make sure it was in real time so everybody knew.
Oh, wow.
Wait, is that a wait? Wow. Maybe we'll make it.
Amazing.
We may make it.
We might make it. It's slowed down a little bit, but we finally got over the big 4-3. So that was the nice little thing, and it's a nice Christmas. I would be happy if we make like 45. But if we get to 50 before Christmas, that would be a nice thing, or at least walk into the new year with 50. And you guys are amazing. Thank you so much.
So for the people who have watched this episode, rate it in the comments. So I'd like to see how you score it.
Yeah, I just wrote that down. End of time. Waiting for the numbers.
Right. So everybody, go ahead and put your ratings 1 through 10. 10 being great, 1 being not so great. What you think of the End of Time as being one of the best Doctor Who Christmas episodes. Dave, you want to go to commercial break? You want to do one more?
Let's go to commercial break, and then it's out of the way. We're almost to that time anyway. So
gotcha. All right. When we come back, please stay logged on, tuned in, as my friend Garrett would say. We'll be right back, and we're going to continue our discussion with the best Doctor Who Christmas episode 2024. Here we go.
I'm author Mark Muncy.
And I'm author Erica Lance.
And this is Eerie Travels.
Greetings, travelers. Join us as we travel through folklore, myths, monsters, legends, and dark history.
Now, we'll be your guide to the spooky side of reality as we discuss cryptids, paranormal, and all things preternatural.
Sometimes we find the truth is way scarier than fiction.
We're on twice a week on your favorite podcast platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube.
We have amazing guests from all of the areas of the strange and unusual, including witnesses, investigators, and more.
Yeah, with Erica's curiosity and ridiculous array of pop culture and true crime knowledge.
And Mark's decades of experience diving into folklore and the legends with the truth that's behind them.
Yeah, so join us, travelers, as we take you to the edge of reality, and we'll see you on the other side.
Are we back?
We are a touring acoustic duo crashing kitchens around the country. We go from house to house every Friday night and we create music, we create food, a good time, we stream it live and we do it for free. So now we're just really kind of like trying to develop it and build a community group that people believe in, then they'll help us. So we played from our rehearsal room, we played from the bathroom, thankfully that didn't catch on.
I probably played guitar in my room, not for anyone, in front of anyone, nobody heard, for probably about 10 years.
And then one Friday night we played from the kitchen. It's the main place people want to be. It's where the food is, it's where the drink is, it's where the best lighting is. You can go to any party and I guarantee you the kitchen is going to be popping.
Our ultimate goal, I think, would be to crash kitchens every Friday all around the world.
Are you a movie nerd? Do you collect VHS, DVDs, CDs, records, and so much more? Are you looking for clothing from 1940s to 2000s? Do you need cosplay or themed outfits? Come to Ducky's Vintage. We have it all for all budgets, located at the Oviedo Mall right off of the 417. Ducky's Vintage for those born in the wrong decade.
Hello, my name's Sylvester McCoy. Welcome to the legend of the Traveling TARDIS.
Hello, and we're back. My name is not Sylvester McCoy.
Yeah, it is. Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
You need to get that
I really
accent going.
roll my R's as
Yes, you do.
well
Yeah.
as Sylvester can. No. Just no. Although I saw an ad for like a really cool sweater that's his vest.
Hey,
and
Mark.
I really kind of wanted, but it's not.
Don't. She's gonna kill you.
Roll the dice.
rolling.
2.
Close.
Christian is 1, which makes Nick number 2.
I'm not a number, I'm a free man.
Are you?
Okay. All right. My favorite Christmas
Definitely
episode.
not number 2. Sorry.
It's really hard to choose. I like all the Christmas specials. They make me laugh, they make me cry. But one that's close to my heart, and not an obvious one, is The Return of Dr. Mysterio, which, if you remember way back, was the only episode we got in 2016. We had to wait a whole year to see this special. And I actually got to see it at the movies. It's the first kind of TV episode that I got to see on the big screens. That was quite an experience with an audience. There were some fans there dressed up, and we felt so Christmassy. It doesn't do the Christmas thing that much. Just like Candyman's Choice, it's Christmas at the beginning when the doctor pops in to see a young kid. And it appeals to me because it's carefully written, it's well written, and it kind of hits all the different bases. We have an alien invasion. We have Nardole being introduced as a companion proper. We have great supporting characters. And for a lifelong comic book fan, I love that it plays with the superhero myth, especially like Superman the movie, the relationship between Clark and Lois. We get a reflection of that with the Doctor getting in the way and doing doctorish stuff at the same time.
That's my favorite scene right there, where he's just eating sushi.
It's great.
He's just like, no, not a care in the world.
He brought snacks.
He brought snacks. I'm thinking like maybe a bag or something. He's just bringing chopsticks. Like
part of the fun of this era is to take this Doctor and just see different people's reactions to him. So you can imagine, if Superman and Lois Lane met the Doctor, how would they react? So we have that kind of playfulness going on throughout the story. The villains aren't terribly memorable or threatening, but they're villainous enough. They want to destroy New York. Oh my goodness! And the Doctor has to kind of work with these supporting characters to help possibly save the day. We have a lot of jokes. Some are obvious, some are very clever. And there's just a love of adventure and science. My favorite line in the whole thing is near the beginning when a kid called Grant says that a machine looks like a Christmas tree. And the Doctor says, of course it does. It's science. There's this sense of wonder of being able to make things happen with your brain, with your intelligence, with the skills that you learn. That it's just a good thing to be thinking about anytime, as well as Christmas. Yeah, we got a mention of Unit, which would make Candyman happy, I hope. And we also have, it doesn't get too silly, but just that sense of fun, which is really important. It did make me laugh a lot. It did bring a lump to my throat at the end, because it's a love story too. So we got all that. And is it the best Christmas special ever? Probably not, but it is special. And it was a time when we were expecting Doctor Who. We could kind of depend on it. So it's a good era to look back on and enjoy. How lucky are we that we have another Christmas special by the same writer to look forward to?
I think you know what, when it first came out, I and this is one of those ones that grew on me on two fronts. One, it's when it first came out, it was during around the time when the Avengers were, high and mighty and stuff. And I was like, come on, Moffat, you can do better than this. Stop, it's playing the superhero. We already got a superhero. It's the Doctor. And over time, that kind of grew into one of my favorite Christmas stories. And not only that, but I didn't like the idea that Nardole was coming back. I was like, God, don't bring Nardole back. And that scene in the map room where they're talking to each other and the Doctor walks in and he says something, they're taking all the capital cities, and Nardole just walks in and goes, no, they're not. It's like, wait a minute, what the hell just happened here? And the Doctor's going, yes, they are. And he goes, no, they're not. And that to me started the relationship, because I didn't like Nardole in Husbands. I thought he was just like, are they really bringing Nardole back?
This one's after Husbands, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Nardole in this one is what I think he is, right?
He's a
Yeah.
at this point.
Okay. That's why I wanted to make sure I was in the right order. Because isn't this the same episode where he discussed really what true love is? That's why you were crying, Nick?
Yes.
And at the end, yeah.
One of my favorite scenes. At first, I was like, oh, God, really? And then later on, when you finally get that heartbreaking, heart-wrenching moment where he waits until the Doctor leaves, and then he tells him what's going on about River Song. And I was just like, oh my God, I really underappreciated this episode. It was fun. It was not the kind of Christmassy that, like you said, Nick, was, it's not a Christmassy, it's not the best, but it was fun. And that's where I should stand on this.
Yeah, it definitely gets better with time. I've only seen it a couple of times, but I just enjoyed it so much revisiting it for this. I'd give it a good solid 8 out of 10. And it did bring a lump to my throat. Now, that could have been a piece of bagel or something, but, I did feel emotion.
That's fair.
Yeah, space truck stops Juicy.
Yeah.
Nasty. So
no, I vaguely remember enjoying that episode, but not as a Christmas episode specifically. Like, it's just like, this is not a Christmassy episode to me. I do want to rewatch it. I didn't have a chance coming into this, but it is on my my list to redo, if you will. When it happened, I didn't love a lot of. I love Capaldi, but I did not love a lot of his character arc and his story. But after the fact, going back in and literally binging it as opposed to just letting it play out live, I got a better appreciation on how it worked and how he progressed. So I think maybe I would like it more now than before, but I still don't think it's a great Christmas episode.
That's fair. I mean, it was a hero episode. It just happened to take place during Christmas.
Exactly. And the
But
fact that had it just aired,
Mhm.
I would have been fine with that. But having it air as the Christmas special, I don't love.
No, that's totally fair, because that's not the feeling. It just happened to be on Christmas. We had a couple specials that it's Christmas Day, and that's the only mention of it.
The Doctor doesn't even realize it's Christmas until he sees a tree in the corner of the room.
And
that's kind of how it treats the holiday. It's over there in the corner of the room.
Exactly. And Murray Gold music playing in the background, which is, you can tell he's got a festive kick going on. That's how you feel it's Christmas.
I like that it celebrated, how much people were into superheroes at that time. It harkened back to, the mid-70s, where they were like, okay, well, popular movies we can riff on, Hammer films. So, we have the modern equivalent of that in shows like this. We're like, well, what are people interested in? What would happen if the Doctor was kind of planted in one of these stories? The Doctor meets the Avengers, that kind of thing.
Instead of shawarma, he brings sushi.
Yeah, bring sushi. Bring a little sandwich.
But that is such the 12th Doctor to be sitting there with the chopsticks giving the California rolls.
Mhm.
If it was Candyman, he'd bring humbugs.
Well, I was pushing this idea for a little bit because the Jodie took a year off. And if you really think about it, Doctor Who is technically Marvel. He does fall into Marvel. So I was like, Jodie took a year off. I said, no, they're not going to go there. she's not going to be in the fight, and then all of a sudden this TARDIS swings around or something like that and smacks Thanos by accident, or
I would love that.
See, Dave, I'm the complete opposite to you. I'd rather have something like Doctor Who is not all on Christmas, or the Christmas thing that is in your face all the time, because everyone else is doing it. And so I like Doctor Who to be slightly different. So that's why Mysterio and The End of Time I relate more to, because it's not a typical Christmas story in your face at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Everyone's different, and it's all good.
Roll away, Dave. Who's next? Number 5.
Number 5.
3, 4, 5. Is that Michelle?
That's Gadget.
Oh, that's Gadget.
Oh, okay.
I thought we had you.
Well, it actually works out then, because how this one relates to what I'm dealing with, but you also have to go back to the Silence of the Library, because it does come full circle.
Yes, it does.
It does.
What was your choice, Gadget?
The Husbands of River Song.
Which we just mentioned.
Yep. And I think it's the first time we did see Nardole, right? And all her romps through time, especially when she looks good for 200, like she says.
Figuratively and literally.
But it was interesting, because I was laughing, because it was like, okay, they're going searching for a surgeon, and Nardole mistakes the Doctor for a surgeon, all this other stuff, right? But with her not knowing that the Doctor had another regeneration, that was the best. Because she found out that he truly did love her. And everything. And that's why I think he was delaying his trip to the Singing Towers, because he knew from Silence in the Library that last night would be their last night and everything. So that's where you get sad too, because her story was ending and everything. And then he just, after that, was not the same and everything, because he finally had found somebody he loved that didn't realize loved him back and all that stuff. She was even in shock. And I just love when she says, I hate you. But that episode is like, it's interesting. It's very interesting. But it brought back some of the other stuff too, because you did see the best change person in the world, where they had the money and everything, as well as like Raoul trying to get out, but then it's the Halifax thing and stuff and everything. And they made it so easy to get the diamond. They just made it so easy. But I love she calls him damsel.
I love the banter between these two. They just work so well together, and it's
really do.
This should have been something more with them.
I think it was just enough because of what took place. What took place thereafter. And I you didn't want it to end, and we still don't know how those
24 years went. We don't know.
Exactly.
Did they have kids? Did they not have kids?
Did they go on journeys? Did they stay in Beryllium all those 24 years?
Yeah.
But the one thing I loved is the scene where she, shows him his unmentionable wine cellar.
He's like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's just like, don't tell Dad. I'm like,
and then I love when he's like, now it's his turn to be like, I love that. And but the saddest part is when she kept saying about that book, and she said it's almost finished. It's almost finished.
Right.
And his face, because he knew, and he gave her the Sonic that was used to save her in the end.
And the other banter was just like, what was it? I'll torture you alphabetically, and he goes, which alphabet?
Yeah,
he's like, I was like. Stuff that Moffat was just writing, and they were playing with it so well. It just
how much of that was ad lib though?
Or when he goes to the TARDIS for the first time. Time.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! It's
my turn.
That is funny.
And the fake acting that I just love that he's doing on this. It's just, and I also love how it starts. The beginning is like, is there something on my head? And it was the antlers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, wait. Is it carolers will be?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out that sign.
What was that? What did that sign say? If anybody wants to put the chat,
I was trying to figure it out. Like I was trying to look for a picture of it to give you guys. I couldn't figure out.
Desecrated or something. Oh shoot!
It says carol singers will be criticized.
Carolers will be criticized. Yes.
Yeah, there's carol singers will be criticized.
Yeah,
Sarah, I think that would be a great episode for you to start on if you wanted to. I know it's an ending of an episode of a story, but I mean, like
but it connects to 2 other shows, so it's like,
Also makes me.
Well, I just think
it was my second pick as well. Like I love this episode; it is great, and I'll tell you why it's my second pick when we get around to me. But
and the caretakers, where he says that he got in a fight with her and he went to go live with otters. At one point, there's a joke in the caretaker about one time I got a fight with River and I had to go live with otters.
And then the second wife that she had, that you remind me of the second wife, this and everything. So is that, did she see Jody yet? Because you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Who did she see? And she had only the pictures up until 11 and was shocked when he got his 12,
Yeah.
And a thing happened. That's all it had to be explained. A thing happened.
Yep, that's the easiest way he did it.
That makes perfect sense. Of course, it's the doctor. Something a thing happened.
But we got to help Sarah figure out where to start. Well, these are all Christmas episodes, Sarah. I would start with Rose, but if you want a Christmas episode, I mean, you can.
Or does she want to start with the original and do like that?
Christmas Invasion.
Christmas Invasion. Yeah.
Christmas Invasion. Yeah.
All right, Dave, roll it.
All right, I rolled. It was
it's a 3. 3.
Candyman.
Go away.
Fine. Got to be Michelle then.
He's already won. Candyman.
We already went Candyman already, didn't we? So then yes, you will go with Michelle.
Michelle. I picked the Christmas Invasion. My second one was the Husband of River song, so I picked the Christmas Invasion because it was the first Christmas special. And for that, it's really unique. And also because they use it to introduce the Doctor. Frequently with the Christmas episodes, we say goodbye to the Doctor, which is really hard when you're trying to be happy because it's Christmas time and then be depressed, like what they did at the end of Downton Abbey and ruined everyone's holidays. So I really like it for the fact that I think maybe Christmas episodes should be where we introduce doctors. It's the festive season. Things are going on. It kind of seems more appropriate for greetings than a goodbye. And also, I usually don't like Dr. Light episodes, but this one uniquely works because it fits. Because also we have compelling companions in their family, and we have the festivities, and then something's going wrong, and needing the Doctor's help and trying to figure it out. And of course, the play between Jackie and Rose Tyler on trying to figure out what he has double is hysterical. There's some great bloopers from this episode where they have David Tennant laying in bed and somebody texted up with them. That was pretty funny. It just works all around. It's a good festive episode, and it doesn't leave you too much of a downer.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, so great. And then they do like Lion King. Yeah.
Oh, the Lion King was brilliant. He's just reading out. I just want to answer Sarah's question. What number of Doctor is that one? This one's 10. But Sarah, if you want to really like start genuinely from the start, I would start with the 9th Doctor when it started back in 2005 with Christopher Eccleston. He's the 9th Doctor, and the first episode was Rose, and all this is going to lead up to everything that you're seeing thus far. So if you want to start, but if you want a Christmas episode, I think Michelle's right. I think Christmas Invasion is a nice little tongue-in-cheek one out there. You also get to see regeneration take place
and spinning Christmas trees.
And spinning Christmas
Yeah.
trees.
I'm
And Killer
ready to kill my
Santas.
Christmas tree.
Oh no, I'm sorry, that's another episode.
And then also the foreshadowing for what we need of him afterwards.
Yeah.
Would you understand Christmas specials without watching the series each one is attached to? You might.
Depends on the episode.
It depends
Yeah,
on
the
the
good ones are designed to do that. They're designed to be accessible to people who haven't seen the regular show, and they just, it's Christmas time. They're full of turkey. They want to watch something.
Yeah,
So, if
they are
well
designed
written,
to be one-off, but I think sometimes like End of Time and the Christmas Invasion, where it happens to deal with a big story arc going on with the Doctor. I don't know. Maybe we can come up together with an idea for Sarah's first Christmas special. I would say start with the invasion of the Christmas Invasion.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
Literally, but
And then do the husbands after.
And also,
And-
it's very British. You get to see British Christmas traditions. If you want to see a British Christmas in a modern setting, Christmas Invasion.
Wait, what about the one where 11 comes to dinner at Christmas with the certain situation that Grandma likes? That one might be a good one.
Yeah.
It was all implied, but it was funny as hell.
Yeah.
And trying to stick the turkey in the TARDIS. Okay, that one was funny. I'm trying to explain to it. Yeah.
Good thing about Christmas Invasion is that they made Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy canon of Doctor Who in that episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he said, "Oh, I knew that guy Arthur Dent," which means that
Satsuma.
Which is a nice homage since the writer of that series also wrote for Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yep. And the 5th Doctor.
Are you telling me I'm next?
We're getting major hints here.
Rolled. Well, I know we have you have some stuff later tonight that we got to deal with, so we want to keep this episode
that's
moving.
Fine. No, it's fine. But my choice, and it's probably one of my favorite Doctor Who's of all time. If there's a top 10 list, this will always sit upon that unless something completely changes. It's Christmas Carol. Come on, straight up. It was implemented into the Doctor Who. It was basically Ebenezer Scrooge and the 11th Doctor. And I just love the way that Matt plays with things. He's playing around the chimney. I saw a chimney and said, what the hell? So just rolling around in it. So I really love the story because I think it's a combination of what RTD set out to do originally when he said he was going to bring the heart of it into Doctor Who, where you can get to the emotional, but you still had that sci-fi element that was just whacked down and bizarre, because the first thing they're starting off is a ship crashing down on a planet and it's stuck. So his companions are out. That was a nice way to put his companions out of the way at the moment. But it was, to tell you the truth, I got to say, perfect 10 for me. I mean, this is the Christmas. For me at my house, it's not Christmas unless I watch this episode at least once. It's just fun. It is just humorous. Anybody who knows, and Sarah, I would probably recommend this if you've never watched Doctor Who or are looking for a Christmas episode just to bounce off of. You even have Sharknado for
and Dumbledore.
And Dumbledore as well. Yeah, you got Dumbledore over there being Ebenezer Scrooge. I mean, it was just, and I'm not a fan of musicals, but Catherine, I can't think of her last name. Oh, the opera singer.
Jenkins.
The opera singer. Yeah. Catherine Jenkins, just having that one thing. It was built into the show.
Yeah.
So it was built into the story that her voice, calmed down the sharks, which for whatever reason I could not find one when I was exploring around there. I love this scene too, where it's just like she's the ghost of Christmas present. Yeah, she's the ghost of Christmas present, and she's showing him at the very end was like, that's where it just grabs your heart and squeezes, where the final outcome where God, I can't say his name. Zardik. Oh gosh, our lead Ebenezer Scrooge. Finally,
just call him Space Scrooge.
Yeah, Space Scrooge. He finally gets to see his future, and the way that it was just set up was just so brilliant. Now, yeah, the naysayers are going, well, I mean, how does this episode work? If he did that, then everything else, goes in line. It's like, I don't care. This is one where I will drop my expectations a little bit, because that was just a brilliant piece of a story that he pulled off at the very end, and to make it part of the Christmas future type deal. I mean, this is where I think Doctor Who should be when it comes to having fun, telling good sci-fi, and to interject a little bit of fantasy. This is the episode I would. Well, there we go. This is the three stages of Zardon Kazar. God, what is his name?
Space Scrooge.
Space Scrooge. Well, if anybody's got his name in it, I meant this, Sarah. This is the episode I would at least.
Real name or character?
No, his character.
Character name?
Yeah.
Krazon Sardik.
Sardik.
Well, that trips off the tongue.
Kazran Sardik.
I also recommend this if somebody just wants a Christmas episode, and they, it's like, well, let me try a Doctor Who episode. If you want to watch like a Family Guy or an episode from a series, this is the one I would do. I would do the Christmas Invasion. I would do a Christmas Carol, because these are kind of one-offs. You don't really need to know the story at all, but you kind of get what's going on in the story from what is happening. And if you take it on its own merits, it is just a fun, exciting, wild ride at the very end. And then, it is a heartbreaking ending, but still, it's Doctor Who. To me, this is Doctor Who in its best, when it's all firing on all cylinders. So that's just me.
Yeah, no, it was a great episode for sure. The great cast and great music and that was very, very good. I probably would have put it as maybe 3 for me, give or take. But that's because number 2 we already was the Husband of River song. Here. Just for the record, there's the 8. I didn't actually roll it, but that's the 6, so that's me.
I don't even see you rolling it. So as far as I know,
I have been rolling it. I've been rolling it down below. Nice. It's either roll it on my computer or roll it down here. So I'm not in my usual space. We'll show it.
Can I just answer a question to Sarah? Sarah asked where you can find Doctor Who. Depends which country you're in.
Oh, God.
US or in the UK, because you've got different places you can watch Doctor Who.
And which version too, because it's I say classic Who's on Pluto TV. It's free to watch. The only thing is, what's that? And Kubi. And I'm
YouTube.
sorry, Tubi. YouTube. Oh yeah, there's some episodes.
And Max has a few. The Max app had a few.
But that's classic Who. That's everything from the first Doctor to the 7th Doctor. And then the 9th Doctor, I would say, I think Amazon still has it.
Let me check.
Yeah, Amazon or Max.
Amazon or Max has it. So if you want to watch the versions that we are looking at specifically, Amazon or Max would be perfect. And then there's new Doctor Who with Shooty Gatwa. New Who, which we're actually having in I'm glad the Christmas specials came back with Shooty.
Yes.
Which we're having this Christmas. So
according
and that's
to
on Disney Plus.
On Max, they're listing season 3, 2, 9, season 11, and 13. Interesting.
That's weird.
Oh. Yeah, in that order. That's weird.
Yeah.
They just think it's content. They're just like content.
Yeah,
My
basically.
recommendation.
Oh, they actually have it. They have it from not episode Rose. Interesting.
Yeah.
They have Rose.
Yeah.
My advice, Sarah, is how I became a Doctor Who fan: is go on YouTube and just start looking at videos and find whatever doctor, whatever era you like, and start with him or her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Whatever most appeals to you, be classic or modern. Just find which doctor you think you like.
Mine was 4 when it started, when I saw it on PBS.
Yeah.
I
Which is the one that, Sarah, that is the fourth Doctor. Tom Baker is the one with the scarf. And yeah, I mean, this is 1979 he started, wasn't it?
Right.
He started in 79. So yeah, this is barely CG.
Exactly. Sarah, during this time, there was this new invention called bubble wrap, and nobody knew of its existence.
Yes.
And they actually took one of the creatures called the
Still
Weirin
puppet.
from the Ark in Space, and as he's mutating, they wrapped his hand in bubble wrap and colored it green, and that was what a Weirin was while they were mutating from human to this wasp creature. And nobody knew about this. Today, it's laughable, but back then, it freaked out every kid because they just didn't know what this was. So,
And also, Sarah, the BBC never knew what to do with Doctor Who. So in the time period, every time they asked for more money, they basically gave them a 50% off coupon and more bubble wrap.
That's all right.
I've joked, if you want to cosplay any monster from the 70s, go to your Office Depot and you'll find paper mache.
John Nathan Turner would receive memos of, why does Doctor Who not look like Star Wars? And he'd write back, can you have more money? And they're like, here's a 50% off coupon.
It doesn't look like.
Why does
like
the
Star
market
Wars.
look so bad? But here's a 50% off coupon.
It's like this TBS strip going
Yeah.
on.
Can I have extra hours of filming? No, but why does
I saw the fishing line on the certain things. I saw the plastic dinosaur.
The guys did the best they could. They were actually huffing glue. They were actually getting high as a kite during the filming of that.
And Sarah, if you're from the UK, then it's on BBC iPlayer or ITVX, where you can watch literally the whole back catalogue of Doctor Who almost.
This is Sarah. Sarah, I know I know she lives in the north. She's north up here. I forgot, Ohio or something like that. But yeah, I'm glad to see that. I'm glad it's been years.
So you're Midwest or a Yankee?
Midwest, I think. Ohio, Illinois, in that area, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Sarah. Yeah, start with 9. That would be a good starting point if you just are starting from scratch.
I didn't know Paramount Plus had it too. Okay.
Do they?
No, they don't.
No.
Oh, okay.
Sarah has Paramount Plus.
Also, Walmart actually right now has the DVDs of 9 through 12 right now on you can get a box set of Walmart for DVD of the Doctors.
Oh yeah, good.
It's a Walmart exclusive, so maybe it's actually pretty affordable. So it is you can get all the modern Doctors up to 12.
Even check Amazon for anything that's missing from the stores if they don't have it either.
Yeah.
You can find them.
But if you want a box set to get everybody,
And it's going from Eccleston to
goes
Capaldi.
Eccleston to Capaldi. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It might be a little pricey, but it's worth it. I mean, that's.
I think it's like $45. It's
doctors
actually
involved.
not that much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think I saw the DVDs wrapped over there up to 11 from Eccleston to that one I think I still have.
I know. Speaking out of turn, I know everyone's struggling right now.
I didn't even know they had up until Eccleston. I got to go check my Walmart.
Yeah. So
I love Michelle.
my pick to round things out was the next Doctor. I one of the reasons, and this is also why I love the Husbands of River song. River doesn't know who the Doctor is, so we go the entire episode where we know who the Doctor is, but she has no clue. This is the flip side of it, and is the closest we're going to come to a big regeneration swerve. When this happened, they had announced that David Tennant was leaving, but had not announced that Matt Smith was coming.
Right.
So this is our new Doctor, but he's not. And I'm sorry I have to spoil that because the entire episode revolves around the fact that he thinks he's the Doctor. He truly does believe that he is the Doctor. He's not the Doctor.
Are we? Was it a big missed opportunity that David Morrissey could have played the Doctor somewhere along the way? Do we lose a great
We
opportunity?
definitely lost it. I don't think we've lost the opportunity.
I mean, in this particular
Come back
time,
in the future.
yeah.
Yes, he would have been a great Doctor. He's an amazing actor, and I think it was great to have him on this episode as as not the Doctor. But it's great because he comes out and there's always there's the multi-Doctor thing tends to be, oh, I'm the Doctor, and the Doctor looks at us like, what? But David Tennant spends a good quarter of the episode going, you don't recognize me. You really don't recognize me. You're the Doctor, but you don't know who I am. And not actually saying he's the Doctor until we get much farther into the episode.
It's just like the fact that 10 looks at him and goes, I probably tripped over a rock or something. That's how I got here.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just there's so much good humor in this and making fun of the show itself and the regeneration cycle. It is a very British Christmas episode because it is back in Dickensian type times, which has a lot of that. And yes, we have Cybermen, and we have some of the fun Cybermen. This was you got the Cyber King in here, and which we don't see. I don't see you having a picture of. That's okay. The Cyber King was basically a giant robot, like giant kaiju sized thing with a Cybermen factory in its stomach. And we had a cyber controller there with his brain hanging out. We had a human that's just hurt, and you can see, without it really being explained, you can see her villain origin and her villain arc just from the implications of what you do learn about her past. And then you learn the inevitable, well, Cybermen don't care and they're just going to turn on you when it's convenient, because that's what Cybermen do. Yes, Sarah will claim to be a Yankee.
Yeah. Close enough for Canada.
Yeah, we got a Yankee here too.
Illinois.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I knew it was up there.
Exactly. I really also, so I've said this many times on this show, that what I would love, especially in these days of the modern internet where everything is spoiled way ahead, is to not know who the Doctor is. I don't want to know who the Doctor is, the new Doctor, till like episode 2 or even 3. Give me a story arc where we don't know who the Doctor is. The Doctor's there. The Doctor is one of these characters, but we don't know who it is, and maybe they don't know who it is. And I think because this episode kind of happened before a lot of that spoiling was as common on the internet, then that this gave that feeling, because you are, and in the real world, like I said, people thought that David Morrissey was going to be the next Doctor. They thought he was, and they were very much out there, and there was bookmakers making, and he saying, hey, this is our top bet, the new Doctor. And it comes through, and he's a human. I would love to see it continue on with here's him in for, like, again, 3 or 4 episodes of him as the Doctor trying to figure out why he's got this face. The same sort of a thing we had with 14 and with 12. Why do I have this face again? And it's still the human. That's what I would love. It's not we get several episodes of he's the Doctor, except he's still not. I think that would be just absolutely fabulous. He is such a great actor and can do anything, and he has such heart in this episode. Like, you can really see that he is great. And we've had, you can see his companion Rosita in the background there.
Oh yeah,
we had her on the show, didn't we, Christian?
Yes, we did. Oh God, Valale. God, what's her name? Jesus. I am just
Sorry.
bad with names tonight.
I just had it up too. I was checking something. Hold on.
We're all
You
terrible.
said her name is Rosie. What is it? What was her name in the show?
Rosita. But her real name
yeah.
is, I just remember we interviewed her. I think it was like during COVID or before COVID or something of that
It was
nature.
just before.
Just before COVID. And
Really?
yeah, we have an episode of her. And she is just spunky and fun.
Yeah.
And I mean, if they bring these two back, if they bring back Next Doctor and Rosita, I would definitely watch it.
Got it. Oh man. You give the dyslexic this. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Veli VEI
Valalay.
Valalay
Valalay Shabalala.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, she tortured me because I kept saying the name wrong.
CSHABALALA. Oh, I gotta put this in the. Yeah, hold on. Let me see how the computer pronounces it.
It's the brain of the bread maker. Yes.
Yeah, it really does. You don't get that in the Cybermen very often. I am partial to the Cybermen. I think they could do more with I'd rather have Cybermen than Daleks, quite frankly.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, sorry. The Google Translate said it as Trabalala.
Yeah.
No, I think the Valalay Shabala, the T silent.
It says translated from Zulu. Wow. Okay, that's weird. Yeah,
guys, there's an episode. Trust me. Look around.
Yeah, there's an episode.
I'll put it in the link later. I'll put it in the chats later.
Maybe put a card up.
Oh,
there
she's watching
or something.
Oh yeah, pet alert.
What was that? Let me see
it. Girl, wait, let's see. Here you go. Girls, cat, amazing cats.
There you go.
Here's the pet alert for tonight.
It's got to get.
So that's kind of the episode. That's what we have come up with as far as our favorites. Do we have what do we have for votes? What did we end up? What did the audience?
We got a weird situation here.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, after adding, subtracting, dividing, and between, it's weird. We got 9 point whatever for End of Time, Husbands, and Christmas Carol, but then the other three got 8.5s for everybody else's. Everybody tied. It was weird. So I don't know which one you want to go with. Do you want to go with the 8s, or you want to go with the 10 and the 9s, or that's what I'm saying? Like have a standoff
they all win.
One? That's what I'm saying. Have a standoff between one who's the best out of those.
That's cheating.
No, I was doing the math. You heard me clicking. I'm like, I'm going through like randomizers and everything. And I'm like, this does not make sense. Some people are putting 10s in the comments. Some people are putting 9s. Some people put 8 point this. Some people put, and I'm like, okay, let me put it in the randomizer. And I'm putting it in, and I'm like, this is weird. That there's a 3-way tie between those 3 and a 3-way tie between the other ones.
Okay, if you haven't voted yet, write down the name of the title and put your number on it, and
we'll do it that way.
List, right. And if we're really on the what were the top 3? It was a Christmas Carol. It was
End of Time, Husbands, and Christmas Carol.
Okay. If we don't have a clear winner, we'll actually narrow down to those 3, and then we'll do one more vote and narrow it down from there.
Because it was just weird. I was like, that was weird that each one was like close, so close by like either off by 1% or whatever.
I think in general, Christmas episodes are always awesome. They're very rare.
Like everyone I'm seeing in the comments loved them. Some of them. Well, Dr. Mysterio was shocked. First started with a 9, and then it was dropping down a little bit and everything. But End of Time, Husbands, and Carol started at 10s, and then they went down again too, and then they went back up, and they went like this. So that's where they were fluctuating. But most of the others stayed on 8s and 9s.
That's fine. You enjoy that, Sarah.
Yeah, these are, for the most part, you could probably watch all 6 of our choices and. Probably, I think maybe End of Time is but End of Time I think you can watch. I think it's just the regeneration thing that kind of throws things off.
Watch whatever you want, Sarah.
But yeah, you watch whatever you want.
Yes,
but
Jim just gave Christmas Carol a 10. What else? Who gave?
I'm going to call it. I'm going to say it's weird science.
Why would you get Tom in this one?
Why
going to throw something in there.
Mm-hmm. This is
Doctor
crazy
Who's
that
almost
it's
like
stuck
the Bill and
between
Ted
those
story
three.
there. That's probably more
I'd
accurate
be cool.
than saying
calling
Quantum Leap.
Oh, do you know that's how they got Bill and Ted, right? Because they were spoofing Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
So it's less ridiculous than Bill and Ted, obviously, but all right.
Sir George
so-
Carlin, may he rest his soul.
Yes.
Why not?
Exactly.
'Cause we
So
gotta
what do
torture
we
you,
got?
Who's gonna pick?
I think we've had that extra vote for Christmas Carol, and I think you know what? I think the one that really bumps it over is that's what Sarah has decided to watch.
Yep.
So Christmas Carol becomes
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We want it.
The
Yeah.
bumper.
That is
Well,
my
leave
as the host
Sarah to be the deciding
determination.
factor. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
The newbie gets to decide.
Yeah.
Push it over the top. I love it. Love you.
But it was just fun. I'm sitting here clicking. That's why you hear me clicking. I'm like, besides looking up the names, I'm like clicking. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, how is it a three-way tie between those three and a three-way? Because they were just off by a little bit.
I like it.
So, what do we got going on next week, Christian?
Oh God! Now I gotta find through all these. I gotta find for all these pictures. Did you want to talk about this while I've got it up there?
Sure. So if you are in Central Alberta, Zainab's Coffee House, and I streamed from there a little while ago, is doing a fundraiser. They're selling some of the best samosas you will ever have. Trying to get 100 orders of these to $4,000 to the United Way of Central Alberta. They're doing this fundraiser till the end of the year, December 31st. Even if you're not in Central Alberta and not where you can take advantage of this particular fundraiser, it's a season where you should, if you can, help. If you have, give. If you don't, give your time. Or at the very least, give a smile. Because it is a very hard time for a lot of people out there. You don't know what other people are going through. We have a whole video about this, but I'm just looking for the thing as well that has the numbers. There it is. So if you do need help in the US or in Canada, 988. It's also 988.ca, I believe, as in Canada is also the website. In the UK, Samaritans.org or 116123. And there are more specialized help organizations, but this is a good first point. They will get you where you need to be now and hopefully in the future as well. So please, take advantage of that, because we want to see you back here next week and the week after and the week after and the week after. Ad infinitum.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye, Jim. Thank you again for stopping in.
It's okay, Jim. We're wrapping things up anyway.
Exactly.
But yeah, we'll so
Like
if
I
you need help, and we'll explain it one more time before we go. Also, our friend. Let me go ahead and drop that banner.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Our friends at Phantasmagoria, their performances are still continuing on. Missed the Ocala show, but if you go to Leesburg on the 13th and 14th, Sanford on the 19th, Orlando in the 20th and 21st, I'm going to try. No promises that just week is just crazy, but in D-Land to wrap it up on December the 22nd. Go to phantasmagoriaorlando.com. It is truly worth it. I saw their Sanford performance. Chef's kiss. It is wonderful. You definitely got to check this out if you've never done it before. Okay. She's gonna bubble wrap the show.
Some episodes, yeah.
December 21st. Don't forget to go over to the Oviedo Mall for the Fellowship of Fandoms. Doctor Who, the Lord of the Rings, and Harry Potter are going to be celebrated on the 21st with a little bit of a quick Christmas twist. But there you go, folks. It is taking place at the Oviedo Mall. Tell them the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS sent you. We'll see you there. And also next week, you definitely want to be here because we're going to have the Tap Dancing Theater Noise Complaint. They're going to have a special Christmas episode, a geek episode just for us, happening this coming Tuesday at 6 p.m. next week, which is the 17th. and on this channel. So please come back and check it out. It's a nice little Christmas twist for everyone and a little geekdom of tap dancing. I've seen them perform over at Ancient City, and they are wonderful. They are just an enormously talented group. You got to check them out. Or you can check out their Facebook and watch their videos, but we want to see what they're going to be doing live here at the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Does anybody have anything else before we wrap it up?
Just everyone stay safe this holiday season. And like I said, if you guys need somebody, just pick up a phone. They still work. You don't have to worry. You can pick up a video call or anything, because you don't realize that people have a lot going on, and it may look like they're smiling on the outside, but they might be hurting on the inside. And just checking in on your friends and family this time, especially that it's getting closer and closer to the holiday season. And especially with my family, a long time ago back, my grandmother passed away around Christmas, and this year is not good for us right now. And I'm telling you guys right now, a lot of my friends have been checking in on me. So I want you guys to know that you can always pick up a phone and check in on your friends, because you never know. It could be a good day for them. It could be a bad day. Just please. And if there's nobody that you know will check in on you, these people here do help, because I have called some of those too when I had very stressful situations, and they will help you. And they'll try to get you to somebody that can, or groups that you can hang out with, or people like us, the crazies here at the Legend of Traveling TARDIS, who have like interests in everything, and show you guys that it is fun to just laugh at yourself, because sometimes you just gotta laugh and be kind to others and smile and just have fun, you know?
And speaking of being kind, Mark, where can people find you, Mr. Candyman?
Bah humbug. Sorry.
Really?
You can find me on
You got
the
all that.
Traveling TARDIS. You can find me over at Spilver Geek Tea as well, doing random over there. And yeah, guys, just stay safe. And like Gadget said, if you need contact, just pick up a phone. If you don't even want to pick up a phone, just message someone on Instant Messenger. It only takes 2 seconds to say, "Hi, how you doing?" And that's it. That's the end of me.
Michelle, where can people find you?
You can find my book, Han Fredericksburg, on Amazon in the US and in the UK. And I am in the process of recording some Classic Who review episodes for the Synsphere that will go out more around Christmas.
Yay!
Nick, where can people find you? Not necessarily in your house, but
I'm scared. I'm like, that doesn't need a stalker.
you behave. I'll send Sarah after you.
Please be YouTuber. Come to my YouTube channel, Nick Smith Films, because I like to put new films on at Christmas. So come check out new stuff. Independent films are my jam. So come see brand new original videos, short films, and all kinds of goodies at Nick Smith Films.
Gotcha. And Dave, where can people find you?
So on YouTube, youtube.com/TheRatHole DOTCA. My written reviews are TheRatHole.ca. And this time of year, we are, of course, doing our holiday review series. TheRatHole.ca/Christmas will give you all of those past years worth of holiday reviews. And if you check out 2 weeks ago as well, you'll be able to see some of the Christmas games that I talked about on this here show. And you can find me here. We'll see you next week.
We'll definitely see you next week with Noise Complaint and our special guest, Noise Complaint. Please join us. It's going to be wonderful, terrific. I can't wait to see what they've got going. And also, we have a special message for you as you leave. And of course, don't forget to say goodbye to Rose. So everybody on unison, say goodbye, Rose.
Bye, Rose.
We understand that this can be a very stressful time of year, and sometimes you just need somebody to reach out, to talk to vent, to just let things out there. Please, if you have to, please go to a neighbor, go to a friend, go to a significant other, go to a relative, whoever you have to. But for some reason, you are unable to find somebody. let me recommend these folks out here. In the USA and Canada, you can text and call our friends at 988. And in the UK, you can go to Samaritans.org or go to 116123. Again, that's for the US and our Canadian friends. Text or type in 24 hours a day, and this is a free service, 988 in your phone. Or for our friends in the UK, Samaritans.org or 116123. And if you're anywhere around the world, please find some help. Find someone who can talk to you, please, because you are worth it. You are worth fighting for. And we want you to continue to be here every week to become part of the legend.